It's your host, Dani Vita. We are in the building. I have a lovely array of guests. Pun on Ray.
Cute word.
I have a lovely array of guests this evening. DJ Sip is out. Girl B is night, not sure, but it's all good. We're still gonna create the vibes and still give you good, amazing content. So for all the people in the room, how are y'all doing?
A1.
Hanging in there, about to be drunk.
Yeah, yo, already gonna start it off. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my girl Ray. Talking tips. So, girl, let's get into it. Okay, already. You have would you say YouTube? Is this a YouTube channel?
I call it a vlog. I call it a piece of something. I just get drunk and I talk shit with people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Period.
So y'all can look for me on YouTube. Sometimes I need to get better at posting stuff on YouTube. Sometimes I'm a perfectionist. I don't always like to post my stuff, but you will see more content come from me, more drunk foolery, more really dope interviews coming very, very soon.
Good shit. Real good shit. Okay. So I saw you just had I went to your recent taping.
Yes, thank you.
And that's you're relaunching.
Yeah.
If you will. Okay.
So I'm gonna keep relaunching until I get it right.
Sis, that's what you have to do. That's what you
I'm going to
do.
continue to recreate myself until I'm comfortable in the space I'm in. So I've worked with a couple of different videographers. I've worked with a couple of different production teams, a couple of different places as far as where I'm shooting. Now I feel like I found my home over at Media Production Studio. Shout out to them. And then I have my dope ass videographer, Sterling.
Shout out to
with the whole team. We
Shout out to
intensity.
my
All of those guys are really, really like fuck with me so hard and helping me get my stuff together. I just shot an episode, the one that you saw with Pap Chanel.
Yo, I love her.
A young lady out of Milledgeville who's a really dope rapper. She's kind of young, so we had to do a twist on the episode. We couldn't really just get drunk. I had to get her to help me make the drink instead of actually drink the drink, but it turned out really awesome. So shout out to Pap. Y'all will hear some more from her. And hopefully that interview is going to be dropping sometime next week.
Okay. That's what's up. So what exactly was your vibe when you created Talking Tipsy?
Hey, I tell the same story every time. I like to get drunk, and I like to talk to people. So I'm just going to make these drinks, and I'm going to get people drunk, and I'm going to just talk to them. I try not to make it like a Q&A, like, oh, well, who inspired you?
Right.
What are your goals coming up? I try to do, like, an open conversation. So with me being a bartender, it's a little bit easier for me to come up with drinks and make it almost like a specialty episode each time. So I just make the drink. I have the person taste it. They taste it more than a little bit, and then we get the interview rolling. So it always works out really, really well because when people get drunk, they become their true selves, you know.
Hey, a drunk man never lies. Even a child.
Come on.
From what I hear. They'll definitely tell you, Mama, what is you doing? Because I saw you did this before and that before. So that's crazy. Okay, well, that's dope. That's definitely dope. I love when my fellow black sisters,
Come on now.
you know, can be entrepreneurs and create this shit such as this. Hello.
Hey, and really quickly, if somebody wants to sponsor me or come and bring me some, because this shit is not.
Hold on with the drinks, man.
All my creatives in the room know how this shit go. Everything we do, we finance this shit ourselves, and it is not cheap.
Talk about it.
So for me personally, I'm spending money on bottles. I'm paying a production team. I'm paying for a studio space. So if somebody wants to pull up on me with a liquor or a cup, some ice, buy the ice. You can literally just bring the ice. Like, that's it.
Real quick, just let me get you adjustment. Technical issues. It's all good. Just make sure it's in, because I hear you going in and out. But it might be me, hell, for all I know.
Y'all see how I'm doing this.
Yeah,
doing
make
this
sure
the
your
right way?
thick rappers are
Come on.
good. Big
Come on.
rotation going. Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay.
Okay, good.
She
We'll
had
just speak
two
up loud.
twist
Make sure you
combos.
talking to mic.
Young
But yeah, so that's dope. I love a good vibe as always, and I love that you were able to come to the show. This is basically a kickback / talking tipsy episode. So we will have this up on the iTunes page as normal, and then we'll have visuals from With Intent TV on the page. So it's gonna be lit. You're definitely gonna feel it. We also have creative director, stylist, debonair, Jabri, Victorian Prime.
Yo.
I had to give a switch because I love this aesthetic. Okay.
Introduction was fierce.
Hey, look here.
Yeah.
Look here. How are you doing, honey?
I'm chilling. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, the drinks are already flowing. It's
Yeah, you already know me.
already in the system.
I've been lit like the majority of the day, so.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
When you stay drunk, okay. And I also have choreographer phenomenon, dance coach extraordinaire, Purple Bay. This is my purple vixen. What's up, Faye girl?
What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, just get over there.
We here.
What's good? What's good? I got different vibes in the room. Okay, good. So as we do with the Kickback Podcast, we always like to get in a conversation, talk about topics during the week. So first thing on my mind was the Grammys, right? And I know I gotta kind of break this up over time, you know, but Kevin Hart was supposed to be the host of the 91st Grammy Awards, right? Oscars. I'm sorry, Oscars. Sorry. I just did a whole bunch right there.
Yeah, no, it was Oscars.
Time out. Oscars. Let me go back to the Grammys.
Ooh.
The Grammys and the nominations. Okay. So we see, you know, a lot of albums from the previous year. Cardi B gets 5. Right?
Her got 5.
Her got 5.
I mean,
Like,
Drake got a few.
no, yeah, she deserved that.
Oh, she's fucking
sure,
amazing.
For sure.
deserve that.
And then there were people that weren't on the list that we wonder.
No, there's people who are like obviously
Not on the list.
Because like, if your album dropped too late, though, there's a lot of people who I think people thought were gonna be there, but it's like, if you don't understand the music industry, then like
It's a deadline.
Yeah,
When it
like
drops,
there's
where it
like
counts.
I knew Nicki's album was gonna be on her. That's next year. Like
Yeah.
people like that. So like, and there were people who were kind of upset, and I was like, that's weird.
Which is true.
Yeah.
But then I think about Beyonce and Jay-Z's album.
That was late.
It was late?
Technically.
Wait, so did Beyonce and Jay-Z get nominated at all?
No.
No.
But
But
their,
maybe
their album
they
came
didn't
out
submit.
before. Yeah, maybe they didn't submit because their album came out like
Before the deadline.
summertime, way before Nicki's shit dropped, right? Am I right about that?
It did.
Yeah. And Nicki's was supposed to drop when Drake's dropped. But Drake got nominated.
Nicki's fans were gonna be mad.
But that's
regardless.
because
I
hers
say
was
that. They were
late.
gonna be pissed regardless. So.
Yeah.
If you
Whether
don't
she-
understand industry, that cutoff time is crucial. If you drop your album even a day later, it will not count. It will not make it to the awards, no matter how you submit it. It could be a worldwide hit. It doesn't matter. If it dropped after that deadline, it does not count to this sector when it comes to that award show.
Yeah.
So here's something I also feel like we have to recognize. Streaming runs the fucking world right now. And at the end of the day, this is based off the fans. This is based off their streaming, what they download on a consistent basis. And if you're not getting the same views, if you're not getting the same plays from all of these platforms, it's kind of like, we saw that with Chance the Rapper and the Coloring Book. Apple Music did that whole run. And he got nominated for everything after that and won. But this is all from streaming. So I also feel like the fans do not lie.
No.
But
It's still ultimately like not up to the fans though.
Ah!
Because, like the fans can do whatever they want, but at the end of the day, the Academy, so to speak, are going to be the ones who pick whoever they feel like should win and all the rest of that. Because like, how many times did Beyonce get snubbed? And if it was up to the fans, then
I'm just
You know
well,
what I'm saying?
and speaking of the Grammy, because Jay-Z 0 for 8, he's banned himself or just excommunicated from the Grammys because he wasn't getting recognition.
but every rapper in the game knows Jay-Z is the greatest rapper alive.
So who's on this academy? Are there niggas on this academy?
Ah,
No, seriously. Who's on this
Let me
academy?
sip into the mic.
Seriously.
Yes, with the eyes closed to it.
Come on now, because if we have to be real, it seems like I feel like the fans should definitely be the people that pick because streaming, like you said, it runs the world. And streaming is also going to allow you to see who's looking at what when. But if you have higher powers like said Academy picking, you know, who actually wins versus losing, it's like, what's the point of having a fan stream and do all that? Because those people don't give a fuck about streaming. They say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
because
I don't
everybody's
like
not
to."
buying no extra service for
But
what?
now Trump passed the bill dealing with Kanye on monetizing streams. So now you get paid for it.
Looky here. Kanye
But that's
must
why-
have did something right.
Any good artist knows, or any professional artist knows that there's a coding in our music. You play your music on the radio, there's a coding. There's money that comes to you for that, for spins. That's when it comes to radio. There was no law on that for streams. So all these millions of streams y'all seeing people have was just giving them fan base, but it wasn't counting towards their pockets. Now it counts.
So
The Academy gonna have to switch up eventually because now this is where the money's at.
Yeah.
And all they care about is where the money is going.
So let me ask this. If everything is pay for play, and if you can buy followers on Instagram, can you pay for streams?
I believe that is gonna be something new that's coming.
That's gonna be the next page.
Somebody is going to create whatever app, whatever code, whatever software they need. And they will definitely make bank off of rappers for that. People already spend out there behind for followers. And then, oh dang, so there's no package for likes and followers. So I'm going to pay you for followers and then I'm going to pay you for likes. They're going to pay for those streams. They're going to, unless they find a way to decipher the fake from the real. It's about to be crazy. About to be crazy.
Like, do we even take into play, like, performances and tour? You know, because
Nobody
I feel
cares
like
about
that. The fuck you mean?
But those
Why
are things that matter
not?
to the real fans. I feel like real people at home watching care about those kind of things versus just the streams. Like, I'm not looking, when I go to look at music, I'm not like, oh, this has 1 million streams, so maybe I should listen. I'm like, damn, that bitch is dancing her ass off. Damn, that nigga singing his ass off. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you gotta realize what age you are. Because my sister and
That's
them,
true.
these younger kids,
It's
I
whatever's
literally
popular.
saw
Yeah.
a concert where Smoke Perp stood on stage. Not even Smoke Perp. Who was it? I'm gonna just talk about this one.
Probably a little
Young
baby.
Nudie stood on stage, right? He ain't doing no performance. He's standing up there with 30 dudes around him.
Smoking the blunt.
Smoking a blunt. Check this
Throwing
out.
his dreads back.
A fight broke out in the back. There's
seen
there's
that.
security running on stage, like whole blown fight. He's like, hey, DJ, play my shit, man. Start rapping.
Hey, that was hard though. I saw that.
Like,
I can't even lie. That was
She
hard.
said that was hard.
I see.
I like that
hard.
shit.
because
That
I'm
was
an industry
hard.
baby, I came from a place of watching artists have to go through development. You gotta train your
Artist
breathing.
development is real.
You gotta train to be on stage and give a fucking show. They
That's
don't
why
gotta give a
Beyonce is
show no
up there with a
more.
whole mom body, okay?
Come on now.
They don't gotta give a show no more. They can get up there and make the crowd recite their lyrics, and the crowd gonna pay to come recite your lyrics for you as you hold the microphone like this. Sing my shit. Like, that's it.
Shout out to people who still give shows like Travis Scott.
Yo.
Hey!
I'm adding a little piece.
Hey,
in.
love you.
I just have to
We
keep
love
shouting
you,
him out
Travis.
just because, like, the fact that you came back to #1 and beat out that guy who thinks he's the king of New York. And
I stand with French Montana. You cannot say that you are the king of New York while Jay-Z is still alive.
Come on.
Like,
can't
Oh,
do
let
it.
them
Are
know.
you crazy?
You can't do it.
Are you crazy?
And
can't
then,
do
which
it.
is why Jay-Z does things like put out these lyrics. And I said this earlier. He put out the freestyles like, I'm very rich, so I'm really not fucking with y'all, but let me put y'all on game real quick.
Hello.
And then I'm gonna let y'all question what the fuck I'm talking about just to start some controversy because we all know what trolling is. At the
Yeah.
same time, I am rich. He stopped himself in a lit. He stopped himself.
I don't have to.
He said, "Come on."
I'm married to Beyonce. You already know it doesn't really matter. And
Nothing
matters.
matters at that point.
Look here, the conversation's already getting there.
Period.
I need to jump back into some music. We gotta get these mics right. It's the Kickback Podcast. Got my people in here. We'll be right back.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah. Rich kids. I love it.
Yo,
Yes.
Come
Follow
on
them.
now.
Yo, Schoolie used to be shit. Singing his ass off.
I ain't gonna lie,
I
Schoolie's
still
last
love Schoolie.
album still fire to me.
Schoolie?
Dirty Dog Insane is still
Yeah.
right. Like,
Hey, I grew up on
shout out to
Schoolie.
Schoolie.
Yo, it's the Kickback Podcast. We are back. Make sure to try to get the level straight. The sip is out. So, you know, women rule the world. We can do it too. Great. I love you though. Okay. So I am back in the studio with my guests. I have Raya, I have
Yeah,
Faye, I have Jabri.
You're-
Also, I got some other people. We gonna rotate this mic because I love that my entrepreneurs are coming to the building. I love
Listen,
to.
can we shout out my boy Tim?
Already,
Yes.
give it to him.
With the guidance whiskey.
Mhm.
I like that.
First of all, presentations, everything.
Everything. This
Amen.
bottle is
Come
fire.
over. Come on over. Come
This
on over.
Bottle is
label,
fire.
though. Your label's hitting.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Let
it,
them know who you
appreciate
are,
it.
black man.
Can we get a
I'm
shot?
Tim, represent Dragon Fire and Guidance, brand new sparkling wine company. Just launched about 3.5 months ago. And this is our American whiskey. So we're trying to hit the stadiums and stuff with this one.
Yeah.
Talk
So
about
right
it.
here we liquor stores and lunches, brunches, all that. So we
Oh,
got,
the bitches like brunch.
so we got 5 different flavors too. So I got blueberry, strawberry, mango, mimosa, and peach.
Options.
So you know what I'm saying?
You've already sold me. Plus the fact you brought a bottle. So hey.
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna open that one tonight while we in here.
Now,
Yeah.
see, this is what you do. Okay, this is
Good night,
etiquette.
beautiful.
When you go to a function, black people, you bring something.
Something.
Even if it's the Rillos themselves.
Even if it's
Play
that
your-
nasty ass coleslaw, ain't nobody gonna
Play your
eat it.
part. Play your part. Where, what social media can you give the people?
Well, you can find me on social media at MOAM__. That stands for Man on a Mission. That's my personal IG. You can find the Dragonfire at drink.dragon.fire and the Guidance at Guidance World.
Can I ask you a quick question?
What's up?
Because I always want to know this with people who get into alcohol. How do you do that?
Niggas like get drunk.
Like, how do you even how do you even talk to the right people to even know like what you want to make and how you want to make it and like what is that?
Well, first of all, I graduated from Clark Atlanta in May.
Shout out to the
Business management,
Yeah.
management degree or whatever.
Shout
So
out to you.
We're getting degrees, people.
after I graduated or whatever, I went on a 2-week tour around the country. 2 months tour around the country, went all around. I came back and I met my mentor. I met a guy named Jason, and we had other business plans and stuff like that. But then he got into the liquor business, so he went ahead and had this one, and I went and picked up
Reddit?
this one. Huh?
Reddit, Jason Reddit?
No.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
So he picked up the Guidance and the Dragonfire, and then from there it was like, let's build a brand. We had zero, like we a hustler.
Yeah.
So I've been hustling
Yeah.
like since I was young. From my dad used to own barbershops and stuff, so I used
Hey,
to sell
from the mud.
cookies, sweep up the hair. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Learn how to play pool for money. So I knew how to hustle. So all I did right here is just took it to the business aspect
Yeah.
and just brand management, building the brand, part ownership. So that's where we at from right now. So.
That's
Shout out
what's
to
up.
you.
That's
Shout out to
what's
you.
up. Shout out to you.
Shout out to your thought
I
process.
appreciate
Good
you.
job.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this. You save that money on that sack, okay, and get you an LLC. It starts there because you will gain it right back.
Yeah.
Hello, we're here.
Say it.
Hello.
Come on
Hello.
now.
No, I commend you. I definitely look forward to working with you in the near future, as in like starting next Sunday type shit. But we gonna, relaunch. Y'all are gonna partner up, get some drinks going, pass
me
the
let you
cards
know.
out.
Yes.
I like
cards.
this. I like this.
The bartender approved, so we're
Like,
there.
Straight up, I like
That
this.
is sliding.
Everybody get a card.
He acting like Oprah. He get Oprah with the cards in
Look at
here,
here.
man.
Hey, I'm all about cross promoting, letting people know about what my fellow person got going on. Go ahead.
And I just really quick, I just even want to plug even more where I met him at.
Please.
Was the mixer event for Allure, which is a new app that is out now for models and photographers and creatives to get on so that everybody gets paid and everybody gets the right representation.
Booking
and
app
all that.
or-
It pretty much is like a booking app, and it works kind of like how Uber, Lyft kind of stuff
Them
works,
niggas
but
hiring,
it's
'cause-
like good.
Them niggas
It
hiring,
works for
niggas
everybody,
hiring.
and it's like also black owned, and it's just like it was a really dope event, and it was Tim hosted the toast, and that was how I ended up meeting him. And it was like, so now we're here. So
I just got out the suit and tie.
yeah, he was
Hey,
all dressed.
switch
He was
up.
all dressed
Yeah,
up
you
and
got
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, my face is still beat, and my face is
Come on,
never
be
gonna
in
be
that.
beat.
You're right.
Come on, you do that. You gotta switch it up. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Got that
thank
eye.
you. I definitely thank you for coming. Definitely kick it with us for a second.
Yeah, for sure.
Get these vibes going.
Yeah, we're gonna crack this open real quick.
Oh yeah, no, we gotta bust some shots going.
So we
do
can
that.
taste this real quick.
Okay. Oh, we're doing a live tasting.
Live tasting.
I don't think we've ever done that.
We are revolutionary people.
And this ain't out yet in the A.
Oh, first time.
You feel
First
me?
time.
Exclusive.
We
So
got
right here at the Kickback, we are getting the first exclusive
World
tasting.
premiere.
World premiere.
Now, okay, exactly this one. What's the name of this
Bottle?
one?
This is the blueberry flavor.
Blueberry.
So all the Dragonfires are Moscato-based wines, sparkling wines. But they
Okay.
pop like champagne, so you get a little.
Girls love champagne and Moscato.
You get a little taste.
They love shit that pop.
You get a vibe
Love
of
shit
both
that pop.
fields.
They
Come
love shit
on,
that they can
love
put a
shit
sparkler
that
on,
Sparkling
okay?
wine.
Put a sparkler on it.
Oh,
They be like,
yeah,
well, that's
yeah.
pretty, girl.
I got some glasses right there. If you wanna, some little
I
cups.
might need some
Some little
cups.
shoddy
There's
shot.
some little
cool.
mini cups right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Do the cup.
So I'm gonna let him pour up. I'm gonna definitely
Yeah,
jump
let's
back
talk.
into what we were talking about. So I know I started talking about it, but the Grammys, yes, I think we all agree that.
We were going into the Oscars.
I know we agree that people were snubbed and people didn't get their credit.
Yeah.
But we expect that the Grammys will do what they have to do for next year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, crossing fingers. All I know is the BET Awards always comes through for us.
Always.
Worst case scenario, if you don't get an Oscar or a Grammy, you might get a BET award.
You know,
We're-
at least.
I would be grateful for a BET award.
Hello?
Cause some people haven't even gotten that.
Hello.
I mean,
Soul
however,
Train.
and when I'm about to switch this topic, Taraji did receive an Oscar for a score for Hustle and Flow,
Mm,
and that's not even a singer.
but she has an Oscar.
And was A-Ball MJG? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard out here for a pimp. So let's talk about it. The Oscars. We can do it.
You talking about how stupid Kevin Hart is, or you gonna talk about?
Okay, so at the Kickback, we try to open all
Yeah,
opinions
stupid kill.
and thoughts. Yes.
No, I actually like Kevin Hart though. I'm not even about to like hold you.
No. I think a lot of people like Kevin Hart, but
Oh,
we have to remember that people are still human, and we have to be held responsible, thankful for our actions at the end of the day,
Look at this, guys.
right?
Yeah, you do.
And especially when you become to a certain point of your career and a certain clout. Cheers.
You do.
Can we get a
Salute.
backstory?
Cheers.
What happened?
Cheers.
So yeah, I'm gonna definitely for the people that live under a rock.
Yeah.
I'm about to cheers real
And then
quick.
and then too, I have because I see Ray in the back for his comedians
cheers,
trying to like hold it
cheers.
down, but I'm already know what I'm gonna tell you, so it's okay.
I love
It's
that.
okay, because I respect you, so I already know what I got to say.
So pretty much, let me take a sip. Yes.
Hey, man.
No, this is nice.
This is really nice.
It's great.
Oh, it's bubbly.
Right?
You like it though?
I got that bubbly.
Isn't it?
I got that bubbly. I got that bubbly.
I got my color red
Every
in the
club,
studio.
every
Okay.
club.
I'm trying. Hey,
So Kevin
I'm about to
Hart,
break the Georgia
basically,
market now.
there were old tweets dug up, homophobic tweets,
Yeah.
right?
We need this.
And he went there. He went left. Said
Yeah,
some
yeah.
very outrageous
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that,
It wasn't
especially,
even. It wasn't even really jokes. It was just like, I don't know. You was just talking shit.
you was talking
Like,
shit.
yeah.
And mind you, at this time, you probably wasn't as popping. You probably
Yeah.
didn't have the money you had. You probably didn't have you didn't have none of that. So you have to think that later on, if you have that faith and that confidence in yourself that like, yeah, this shit's gonna get dug up, right? So it has been dug up. He was supposed to be the host for the 91st Oscar Awards, right? And so the LGBTQ, give me the whole. Cause like, it's been some recent things added, so I didn't know if that
It
was
doesn't matter.
QRS.
I mean, it does matter, but like,
the community.
yeah, it's,
I want to say the community, but we get it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
They felt that he needed to apologize, which is correct.
yeah,
Completely correct. He didn't want to apologize, right?
yeah.
I apologize for what
He
exactly?
What did he
didn't
say?
want to apologize because he said that he apologized previously. He didn't feel like he needed to apologize for it again because it wasn't that serious and people are too sensitive. And da, da, da. Which I agree. I agree that people are too sensitive because a lot of shit like I don't take serious, especially with like comedians. I feel like you guys are allowed to joke. Like that's kind of like the
Dave
point.
Chappelle will joke on anybody.
That's the point of being a comedian.
Eddie Murphy
you know what I'm
joked
saying?
on anybody.
If we
But
can make jokes on race and stuff like that,
Yeah.
we shouldn't exclude like
yeah.
sexuality. and things like
Everybody, you
that.
can make jokes about whatever
Exactly.
you want. My thing was that like, in that where I feel like a lot of like of the LGBT community was upset was because it was like that wasn't
He
you weren't
didn't think he
joking.
was joking.
Yeah.
Like you were like trolling. Like you were like
It wasn't
looking
his
for
stand-up
things
time.
to say.
So elaborate
to like,
on what he said.
So he made an AIDS joke. Like I feel like in no way, shape, or form is an
Okay.
AIDS joke okay. Like period.
Or
Just
if
because-
my son come home like this joke.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh.
and I mean like in a way where it's like you're pointing somebody
Negative.
out and like saying somebody has AIDS, which really literally was what the tweet was about. Like, oh, you look like you got AIDS. Like that's not funny. Like
Yeah.
who does that? You know what I'm saying? And then to associate it with also like calling somebody a faggot. Like, it was just like, come on now. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna be
saying?
real with you, and I had to explain this to people that faggot is a derogatory word. They don't like.
We learn every day, bro.
When you're speaking in the gay community, they don't like that word. Like there's some
But they
there's
call
some
each other
female that's
faggots, though.
friends, but there's people that call each other nigga. And you know
I was
there's some
saying, I was
people
about to say it.
like if a white person say nigga, you ain't even gonna let that fly, whether his homeboy black or not. You don't mess with that.
Period.
So in the gay community, faggot is
Period.
one of those words.
Period.
That
It's the same way.
it's one thing if there's another
It's
gay
the same
person that's
way
saying to
how
another.
with females and females talk
The
to
bitch.
bitch all the time, and then like if if a real nigga come around, he like, hey
Hey,
bitch.
you ain't gonna like that.
You know
You
what I'm
gonna be
saying?
like, who are you talking to, my guy?
Well, if I call you cunt, I love you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm a part of the Vogue dance world.
Yeah.
So cunt is a word of positivity, not
No, they really
negativity.
fucking that.
Yeah,
For me, it wasn't even that though. It's just the fact that like you felt like really like, nigga, all you had to do was like say sorry. I don't care whether or not he hosts, period, because like I just don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me.
He wouldn't
But
have a host no way.
it doesn't. Yeah, it don't make no difference to me. But at the end of the day, it's just that I feel like you should have just said
Was it
sorry.
crime?
But Kevin
It's
Hart
really not
has
that
been
deep.
on a roll of offending people and doubling down
Also
on
that.
what he means.
Also
Like,
that.
He
Also
it
that.
seems like he low key don't give a fuck what he say to offend people. The same thing with the cowboy and Indian thing that he did for his son's birthday party, and people were truly offended by it. And instead of being like, "Yo, okay, I know I may have offended some people, and it wasn't my intentions. However, my bad." He was like, "Nah, fuck y'all. I said what I said." You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like maybe he was in the space where, and I'm not making excuses for no black man. You feel me? Like he
It's
should have
kinda
owned up to it.
insensitive.
He should have owned up to what he said because it was very insensitive. However, I just think that like
Was it funny?
he's in a space where he's like, it wasn't funny. No,
It wasn't even funny.
It
I would
wasn't
give him
funny.
credit if it was
It
funny.
very
It wasn't
tasteless.
even funny.
Yeah, it was
I
very
gotta hear it
tasteless.
because I got a crazy sense of
No, he
humor.
tweeted. He made some very homophobic tweets that were very tasteless.
It was
So,
tweets. It
there's
wasn't
a
even
fine line-
jokes.
It was
So,
a fine line.
here's-
Yeah. If
Okay.
he would have made a joke at like a show, that would have been different.
Yeah.
But like,
Right, that was your time. Honestly, had you got the job, apologized, got the job, you could have made every fucking joke
You
you
could have
wanted
made
on
a
that
joke
fucking
about
stage.
it at the Oscars, and I would have laughed.
And it would have
'Cause it
been,
would've
you would have got
been
your
funny.
check. You got your check and everything.
niggas is stupid. Kevin Hart is stupid. Literally, like I said before.
So, because at the end of the day, I feel like you have to acknowledge your audience.
Entertainers have to realize offending people, whether you meant to or not, is not okay. If it wasn't my intention, I'm gonna just say my bad. But that's all people want to hear. That's
My
literally
bad.
it.
That's it.
My
Because
bad.
I didn't mean to offend you.
Everybody
You ain't
makes
even gotta sound
mistakes. That's real. Like,
Being
man,
in the
people know
public
that.
eye has its own responsibility.
Hey, the pressure's on.
And if you want to do that, I get that. You know, maybe you didn't ask for it, but it's upon you. You get paid for it now. This is what you do. This is your brain. This is what you got.
And also, like, the Oscars are also ran by white people.
Ah,
So, if you
Let
want
me
that
tuck my
check
hair
sign,
behind
I'm not
my ear.
saying shuck and jive. However, there is a large community that is pissed at you. And that large community is also,
Largely white.
hello, say it again. for the
Largely
people
white.
that can't
Largely
hear it.
white.
You didn't even have to say sorry, my nigga. You could have just been
But
like,
that's the
"Oh, my
thing.
bad."
No, and that we do. That's what they were saying. Had you been doing it in the joke form versus telling on Twitter when
he
social
wasn't
media
telling
is different,
jokes.
he wasn't telling
He wasn't
jokes.
telling jokes.
These
He
are
was,
people-
he was saying derogatory things about people just to make it seem funny.
And this is what we were talking about earlier.
Like,
I think,
imagine talking shit about somebody and making it seem like it was funny. Like, you talking shit about somebody.
Back
But,
in the day,
it's funny
Twitter wasn't
because
even
I'm
funny.
I was just about to
He
say,
was just
thank
venting.
you.
So
He
like,
was
you're
venting.
doing it
Twitter-
to make somebody.
Twitter was the
That's what
place
it
to post everything you were doing every 5 minutes and put all these thoughts into your, like, out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been caught up for different things. Sabrina Claudio, she made racist jokes.
Oh.
Cardi B said black,
Amy
dark
Schumer.
skin.
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer, Sarah Silverman.
Risha from City Girls, all them hoes.
Everybody.
At the end of the day, if you know without a shadow of a doubt that you're gonna be on, delete your shit.
Delete
Do
your
a
shit.
cleanse.
Wait.
Hold up. I
Don't
mean,
even
no, hold
tweet
it, hold
it,
it,
though.
hold it, T, hold it, because I need to take a quick little revamp, real quick. Kickback Podcast, Dani Vita. Hold on to these thoughts, because this is about to get juicy. I can do this. I can do this. All right, we'll be right back.
Get the correct back then versus now. So this is his words. He says, "Our world is becoming beyond crazy, and I'm not going to let the craziness frustrate me. If you don't believe people change, grow, evolve as they get older, then I don't know what to tell you." Then he says he feels that it is okay for a man to love a man as long as that man is himself.
Nothing's wrong with that.
Kevin
That's
Hart.
his belief.
That is
Okay.
Now he was
I don't-
responding. He
what
was writing that in the context of saying, "Hey, this tweet or the things that I've discussed, that was back then. I'm 40 years old." This article says he was saying, "I'm 40 years old.
Okay.
That was back then.
Okay.
I said I'm sorry. That should be
Okay.
it. Case closed."
But what did he say bad? If what you said, he said right there, that was
So-
nothing bad.
I think something we gotta remember and take into play. A lot of people, the word ignorance is because you don't know.
Yeah.
A lack of knowledge.
Exactly.
A lack of knowledge. And because that's how you were brought up, that's how you were raised, it's certain things you just don't know until you get into the real world. Dealing with my regular job that will no longer be because I'm claiming into the universe.
Amen.
Come on now.
Job,
Yeah.
boo.
You deal with a lot of people that try to recognize and assimilate, if you will. And they'll try to say, well, I took this class. I took an African American Studies class, so I know this and I know that. How? You didn't live the experience. You're not racist until you lived at the point of the person that was receiving the racism.
Talk about it.
So, yes, OG Ant.
Is that she just said, was that what Kevin Hart said, or
Yes.
that was his apology? Or that's what he said?
That's what he said.
That was after his apology.
That
He
was
said-
after his apology?
Yeah, he did a
Yeah.
whole series of like explaining
Okay, but that was
himself
after the
the fact.
apology. And everybody felt like something was wrong with that.
No.
The actual tweets.
No.
Or the,
Oh,
the
on the
actual.
tweets before
They're,
that.
they're,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
they
trying
were
to
so mad
understand.
about the old tweets.
So
And then even the other tweets that were brought up, which were by Nick Cannon, it was from Amy Schumer and Sarah Silverman. And they made comments
They
and
did.
just rants or whatever they
They
were
did.
viewing or whatever.
They did.
And it was in stance, and you know, I support my bro, but you just, at the end of the day, like I said, either be careful of what you say because you may get on, or delete that shit, Piggy.
so
Delete all that shit.
me as a comedian, man, this is comedian Big Play Ray, man.
Let them know.
As a comedian, I don't feel like there's nothing I can't say. Right? And sometimes it is my job to offend and to bring awareness to. Right? I'm a comedian, right? I mean, my craft, just because it seems easy, don't mean it is. Right? I practice. I stay up late. I spend money on my shit too. Right? And then what he said might have been offensive to some, but if I say the sky's blue, that's offensive to some too.
Yeah.
Right? So where do we draw the line at? I mean, the man apologized. If I say something in 1997 as a sophomore in high school, can you judge me now as a man? Shit, I grow. Right? I grew. I'm growing. I mean, somebody will get offended, but second of all, my second statement is everything is a business. Your boy Kevin Hart is already rich, but
Yeah.
his fizzle is not fizzling so much. Right? So sometimes you have to kind of create a buzz about yourself, good or bad, right? Third of all, then your boy Kevin Hart has always been clean. He has always been a good guy. Right? He has always been non-offensive to everybody. Shit, that's his role. Right?
Okay.
He talks about himself.
He crossed
Alright.
over.
I'm little, I'm small, right? He crossed over early,
Yeah.
right? So a lot of his fans don't look like him. Right? To me, I think Lavelle Crawford is way funnier.
Hell yeah.
But because he's fat and small and don't have that look, he won't make it like Kevin Hart. But since Kevin Hart has that look, he moved over or crossed over real fast. So that generation of Def Comedy Jam comedians, that Jonin, that Fuck Your Mama, he don't have a right to kind of play like that because he never played like that. So I'm saying, I feel like if Bernie Mac was still alive and he would have said that, wouldn't nobody would have said shit.
Nope.
I'm scared of you motherfuckers, you hear me?
Yeah.
Punch you in the throat. I'm just saying, as a
Yeah,
comedian,
yeah.
yeah, I can say whatever I want to say. Him downstairs. He
And
made
you-
fun of a situation in. Nobody said that. Everybody laughed.
You make a really good point, and I don't want to misquote, but what's the stand-up that Eddie Murphy did, and he's wearing the all-red suit? Raw.
Yeah.
And he made the Mr. T joke.
I love Raw.
Humana.
First of all, he was saying that he had a dream about Mr. T. coming at you, basically, you know.
Right.
And people were laughing. This was a sold out situation. This is one of his all-time classics. But I think what people are forgetting is when they're doing their job as stand-up.
Yeah. Kevin Hart wasn't doing his job.
Kevin Hart wasn't doing his job, right?
He was just expressing his opinion. You can do that in the comfort of your own home.
And that's completely fine.
Opinion.
Yeah.
Can I play
But that's not the thing, though. That's not the thing.
Hold on. But delete your shit. That's all I'm saying.
No.
They should have never been there in the first place.
No, I understand it had no business being on the internet for people to see because he has a profession. He's trying to impress people. He's trying to appeal to a mass majority of people, right? Mm-hmm. However, do y'all think that just because he expressed his opinion, he was wrong?
No.
Okay.
No. Everybody can say whatever they want to say.
A lot of people are mad at Kevin Hart. Oh, he can't be on the Oscars because his opinion was this, and that.
He couldn't still do the show.
I feel like a lot of people have an opinion that just because you disagree, that you're a hater.
No.
And you have the right to disagree.
True.
Kevin Hart has the right to disagree. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong, but he definitely has the right to disagree. And I feel like if his opinion, let's say that everybody believed that the sky was purple right now, right? If Kevin Hart was like, yeah, the sky purple, he would have never got taken off of doing the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people disagree with what he was saying, and so that's why they pulled him. And it's like, do they have the right to do that?
I mean, if they're the Academy, then I guess fuck
Well,
yeah.
They as in the Academy.
Also,
absolutely.
this
The
is the
white
thing.
people. Sorry.
He didn't. Kevin Hart actually declined to do it because he didn't want to apologize. So that was the other thing that a lot of people
so
think
that's
that
just him
like
being a nigga.
a lot of people think that
That's
like
being a
they said
nigga.
that he didn't want to
That's
do
being
it.
a
They
nigga.
didn't want him to do it no more or anything like that. But they were just like, just apologize and then everything be cool. Da da da. And he was like, I don't really feel like apologizing, so I'm just not gonna do the
I
show.
don't feel like
that's-
apologizing.
No, that's literally
That's
what he
his
said.
choice.
That's
Oh, no,
what-
that's
and
trash.
that's fine.
That's his
And that's
choice.
fine.
But you gotta realize in this world of diverse people that do several things and have several feelings and have several ways of living their lives, you're possibly gonna offend somebody. I don't mean to, but I offend people. I have had teams say your team has offended my team.
Oh, you make
The things that you have said and the things that you have done offends us. Who am I to not say, all right, my bad. Just because I am a human being. Understand that some people don't do things out of malicious intent. So for Kevin Hart to feel like, yo, I'm a comedian. I feel like comedians are supposed to go to those unbound areas that people do not want to hear about to make them laugh.
Yeah.
Laughing is what makes us comfortable.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'll be in the middle of a goddamn argument and I'm sitting here laughing and trying to keep my composure.
Right.
Oh, I'm about to kill you,
Come on
bitch.
now.
Oh, nigga, you done fucked up.
No.
You got me fucked up.
I agree.
Let me get myself together, cause ooh. But my main reaction is to smile. We wanna laugh. And if a comedian does offend, understand that you are this person that owns so much responsibility. And I understand maybe, you didn't try to offend nobody, but just say, shit, my bad. It's 2 words.
So
It's 2 words. Because of course comedians, that's y'all job. I don't take that from y'all.
So, but he already got the check. So sometimes you apologize because you afraid that you ain't gonna get the check. He already
Honestly,
got the bag, the money,
true.
the movie, the fame. So listen, I'm tired of playing this role. I'm not apologizing. I said it once. Fuck y'all.
So
He don't have to apologize. And that's somebody's choice, but people understand in this world, y'all gotta agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Y'all put too much
You did.
emphasis on
I
wanting
don't
somebody
wanna do
to bend to your will or agree with you. And that's not always the case.
Right.
There are some people that feel what they feel and they feel that strongly, deeply within their soul, and that's not going to change just because you feel a way. You have to agree to disagree.
Apologize is the thing. He
No.
said he was sorry.
But
You're right.
He said
So,
he was sorry. So
I'm
can't
sure-
nobody accept that part of it. That's the part I'm
No,
talking
that's
about.
not the so. Listen, so I'm
That
sure,
comes into
I'm
play in
sure
the
that
game.
you got. I know she got other topics for us to talk about. but
It's
real
okay.
quick,
I love it.
Real quick, so this is like to speak, this is beyond really like even the comedian thing. For what I think a lot of people are more so like getting to is, in general, like with ignorance, it's like people say things in certain situations and they don't even really know what they're saying, and you have no idea who you're offending or whatever the case may be. But a lot of it comes from ignorance, and I can speak to this. For me, people I work with already know I'm HIV positive, right? And all the time I hear people make jokes about people with HIV or people with AIDS or shit like that. And I'd be sitting right there and I'm just like, oh my God, like, you have no idea, like, who's even sitting next to you. And shit like that. And people think that it's funny. And people will laugh and joke about it, but it's because of ignorance, you know what I'm saying? And I don't get mad because it's like, you don't know. You have no idea. But it's not like, so I'm not mad that he out here making these jokes or whatever, because it's like, you don't know. Like, you don't know who you can offend by saying, you don't have the knowledge. But if you knew the people, you know what I'm saying? If your mother was somebody who had passed away from AIDS, would you make a joke about AIDS? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's more so about just thinking, not even, you don't have to watch your mouth or whatever, because like, I'm not even the type of person, I'll watch my mouth. I say whatever I want.
If I had to explain it, right? Yeah. It's kind of like this, right? Like, I'm a black male, and I don't like what the KKK say. And I don't like what they do. But they kind of have that right, though. You know, like, they have that right to say what they want to say. They have that right to march peacefully. You know, I mean, peacefully. They have the right to do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Peacefully.
That doesn't make it okay.
It don't make it okay.
That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. That's all anybody is saying, is that it doesn't make it okay. Yeah. And I think when you make excuses, you're making excuses to make it seem like it's okay. So why are you making excuses for it if it's not okay? You wouldn't even make an excuse for it. It's not okay. Point blank period. So if it's not okay, then there's no need. When something is like, when you make an excuse for something because you want it to be okay. So what are you making an excuse for it for?
I understand what he's saying.
It's wrong. Period. Don't make an excuse for it. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming out and saying
my bad.
That's it. That's all you gotta say is my bad.
It's okay.
If you making an excuse for it, that means
because if you feel like you said something bad, then you should.
No, but I'm speaking to what you're saying about.
If I say something directly that bothers you,
yeah,
and I feel like it bothers you, then you know what, bro? My bad, and I apologize, and I'm sorry. But if I say something and I feel like you're in your feelings, bro, that nigga just in his feelings.
No.
I can't say that everybody in the world.
That's a black man problem. That's a black person problem. I feel like that's something that we do. We be like, oh, well, he's just in his feelings, so I didn't mean to, so I don't have to apologize. No. I am sorry because I made you feel that way, regardless of whether I made you feel that way or not. If I really care about you, I don't have to know you. If I care about you as my brother.
Life and you love human beings and blah 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 and all
right is
that.
Right and wrong is wrong.
Exactly.
Right is
right. Somebody's feelings.
That's really what it is at the end of the day. Right is right.
Do you want to be a sincere apology? Because I could just say, hey, so my bad.
If you know,
I don't know, man. I'm just different.
Yeah, no,
and I know it's a lot of listeners. It's like
right? I'm gonna be honest
you're saying what I feel.
It's fine.
And everybody else knows. I mean, shit.
Right, I'm gonna be honest with you, but that's playing the game. This industry shit is a game.
He got his check already.
Exactly. So he don't have to if he don't want to. But understand that there are some people who still want to play the game.
I'm sorry.
And the game is don't wrong nobody. Don't do no wrong. Keep your path clean and rise through a clean slate.
That's what he did. That's what he's been doing. Mm-hmm.
Nobody's perfect.
Exactly.
And that's why everybody just want to hear my bad. Even if you agree with it or you don't, people just want to hear my bad. Sadly, unfortunately, that's just the population. Everybody just want to hear
He hurt some people's feelings, and I understand that part. And he said he was sorry. It might not have been a sincere sorry. It's on the person who takes the sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if he like, because he brought up a good point. He said, "Oh, I could just say I'm sorry just to be saying it." Mm-hmm. It's on the person that takes the sorry. If you accept the sorry as being sincere because you love the life, then that's cool. But if you in yourself, then you're gonna take it like, "Oh, he ain't being sincere with it."
I agree.
But okay. So if you agree with that, then take his sorry.
I didn't say I didn't take it.
Yeah,
I just.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And honestly, there's stubborn people in this industry that want you to bend to their will. There are stubborn people in this industry that want you to bend to their will. And if you are not trying to bend to their will, they will cast you out and make you find another way around. It is your job to find another way around. That's all that is. Because like I said, until they die off and this new generation of liberal, understanding, open-minded people come into play of where their great-grands or people who own this business are, there will always be that blockade. It's not going to go nowhere until they are gone because they are set in their beliefs. And everybody has a right to be set in their beliefs, whether you agree with them or not. People don't agree with me. People don't agree with you. People don't agree with you, Dani.
Never.
But they have a right to. So until there is a new wind of people that are on one accord, that blockade will exist. And either you're going to play the game or you're not. Because they are stubborn and set in their ways. And if you're not going to play, they're not going to mess with you. That's it.
And those creatures that unify like that are pandas. And on that note, let me take a quick break. We get into some good.
Come on now.
Ooh.
Come on
Sip,
now.
I did this.
You
Kickback
did this.
Podcast.
This is a nice episode.
We out here.
So
I did.
What this platform is about.
Thank you.
It's all about open minds, like-minded creatives. At the end of the day, just trying to get their shit done, do what they got to do. No, we do not all agree with each other. No, we do not all have the same mindset, and we didn't grow up the same. But if we can come together in some sort of way, which it happens to be sometimes parties with different vibes in the air, speak your shit, and it is what it is. And say my bad.
Say my bad.
It's
My
okay.
bad.
2 words. That's not even I'm sorry.
Just my bad.
My bad.
My bad.
Kevin, please say I'm bad.
Hey, because
My
you
bad.
got to keep your fan base.
I
at the end of the
appreciate
day.
you having though like this space where people can come together and just like have an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's really dope. Like just all these different types of people coming in here and everybody's like cool.
Because I learned a lot, and you know, just even from talking to people just from different jobs, you know, you get a different sense of people. And even you've heard of like switching up, you know, you got to work different type of jobs. But in that same like being, however you got to be, you learn about people. You learn how you have to be. You learn how people think of you. You know, whether you change your hair, whether you know, speak a certain way, or whether you dress a certain way, and they're like, what's that about? But it's okay to just be like, okay, we're different. Let me get to know you, who you are, what you're about. I try to blend in, and I may say jokes that are not okay.
And I might butt with you, I might not
I
butt
might
with you.
And
not
I might,
with you.
just because I work with you, that doesn't mean we're friends.
Man,
Come on now.
amen.
Ooh.
Shout out to Ray. We work together. I don't really fuck with
It
Ray.
doesn't happen all the time. So,
What you got for us? What you got?
no, that was just my whole spin,
I mean,
because
you-
I got
you
that
preaching
vibe
right
from the
now.
show. Hey, sometimes
I'm with-
however you gotta
I'm
get it
with it,
out
though.
is
I'm
how you
with it,
gotta
though.
get it out. You know, so I want people to just remember that we're all human. We all have different career paths, different goals. Some of us are on just different shit. Period.
Period.
And it is what it is. But acknowledge that the next person that is next to you, you know, whether you see them in the grocery store, whether you see them at the gas station or whatever, they're not you, and you're not them. And you don't know what they're doing. You don't know their life. Yeah. That was
Yes.
Sorry. But nah, I just really like have to, being that, you know, I created something like this, I really have to speak on why we do this. Because a lot of people see, they're like, we get lit. You know, it's a lot of people that come through. We've had different people come through every type of, you know, walks of life. But it's like dope that we can come together just like it's church on Sunday. They appreciate you. Come as you is.
Come as
Come on
you
now.
is.
You is.
So much you is.
That's real.
So, that being said, I want every person, the people at the table for sure, give them your IG handles. Let them know what's your business, what you're doing in life. Give me your IG handle, because we're going to put this in the bio and let these people know we out here.
Yo, you already know, it's your boy, Jabri, aka Prime. Y'all can hit me up on Instagram at Victorian Prime. Yes, that is my real last name. My I'm not joking with you. I'm really made for greatness, and I'm the superhero that's gonna save your life. So,
Okay then.
hit me up.
So, of course, it's your favorite host / bartender, Talking
Yeah.
Tipsy Ray. Y'all already know what the vibe is. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I don't have a back page or seeking arrangements yet, but times is getting hard, and y'all not tipping the bitch. So make sure you follow me at Talking Tipsy Ray on everything. If you need a party, a vibe, a strip club, anything hosted and or bartended, make sure you holler at me and check me out on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Comedian Big Play Ray. So listen, man. I got a lot of shit coming up my sleeve right now.
Nice.
Right, so I'm working with this writer. We had this TV show. We're on episode 3 called Ray Jackson is Funny. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell jokes in front of the episode. This shit pretty dope. So my new material is reflecting the TV show already. So that's pretty dope. I'm talking to a psychiatrist who is an active gang member. And that shit's hilarious as fuck.
That sounds like a lot.
I don't want to say too much, but every Mondays you can catch me at Relapse Theater. For all y'all people who be flying in and out of town, you can catch me at my job. Boo.
Boo.
But still come tip a nigga at One Flew South, man. Hey, next.
Oh my God, Lord. All right, my name is Trinae Da Vinci on Instagram, and I do everything. I code, I dance, I hold classes, I make cakes.
Yay, making cakes.
There's tons of stuff that I do. So yeah, just follow me there.
And she's also super beautiful.
Thank
Like,
you.
Skin is like butter. Oh my god.
Shut up.
I love it. It's the Kickback Podcast. Dani Vita. You'll see the visuals with Intent TV on iTunes and Soundcloud at least by Tuesday. So give us some time to just
We love you, Danny.
regroup. Love
Yes.
you guys.
Great show.
I appreciate y'all.
DJ Danny.
Y'all made
Drop
it.
a bomb.
Danny.